McCartney was a Trevor Dance Company production for Radio 2. And you can get more from our celebration of Sir Paul's 80th birthday right now on BBC Sounds. Just search for Paul McCartney. I'm Zoe Ball, and this is Radio 2 on the BBC Sounds app, on your smart speaker, and on 88 to 91 FM.
BBC News at 10 o'clock. This is Nikki Cardwell. Union leaders have confirmed that the biggest rail strike in 3 decades will take place next week. The RMT Rail Union said talks with Network Rail, train operators and London Underground had failed. The walkout is expected to knock out 80% of services across Britain. The Assistant General Secretary of the RMT Union, John Leach, explains why rail managers' stance is unacceptable to his members.
What they're saying is no pay rise. What they are saying is thousands of job cuts. And what they are saying is a version of fire and rehire. And we ain't having it. There hasn't been a national railway strike for 32 years right across the sector. We don't want to be doing this, but we have no alternative now but to stand up for ourselves.
Thousands of people have joined a protest in central London to demand more help for those struggling with rising prices. The TUC, which organised the event, called for better paying conditions. The government says it's offered measures to ease the burden. The Prime Minister has defended a plan to fit some people arriving in the UK by small boats and in the back of lorries with electronic tags. He said the 12-month pilot would make sure that asylum seekers couldn't just vanish into the rest of the country. But Claire Mosley from the refugee charity Care for Calais says it's a cruel and unnecessary way to treat people fleeing persecution.
I think it's terrible. It is treating asylum seekers as if they were criminals, and they're not criminals. They are victims. They're victims of the very worst things that happen in the world. And I absolutely do not believe it's right to be tagging them. They haven't done anything wrong, and there's no evidence whatsoever that they abscond.
Boris Johnson's urged Western allies to stand by Kyiv, warning of the dangers of Ukraine fatigue. He said it would be a disaster if President Putin was able to secure territorial gains already made as a result. Some Ukrainian officials fear allies may push their country towards a peace deal with Russia because of the impact of the war on global food and energy supplies. The mayor of Kyiv, Vitaly Klitschko, insists that Ukraine will not enter peace talks while Russian forces remain in the country.
We'll be ready to talk with Russians about some compromise if last Russian soldier left Ukraine. It will be time to talk, but not yet. Russians have to go. Go from our homeland.
A study commissioned by football's world governing body FIFA says more than half of all players at the finals of 2 major international competitions suffered social media abuse. FIFA found homophobic and racist comments were the most common form of attack in posts during the European Championships and the Africa Cup of Nations. And the weather, cloudy and breezy for Northern Ireland and much of Scotland with showers in places, drier for England and Wales. BBC News, it's 3 minutes past 10.
We are broadcasting live for the very last time from the northwest of England.
So now, ladies and gentlemen, it is start time. Are you ready for start time? It is indeed a great pleasure to present to you at this particular time, national and international known as the hardest working man in show business.
Craig Charles? That's me.
Craig Charles.
Welcome to my house party. Craig Charles. Come on, you're invited.
Craig Charles on BBC Radio 2.